Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Clinton Howell Team's Weekly Market Update. I'm your host, Clinton Howell, broker with RE/MAX Escarpment Realty. Today is the big day, September 4th. And why is it a big day? Bank of Canada Decision Day. What did they do? They lowered the rates as we expected and hoped for. They lowered the rates quarter point, 25 basis points. Now the overnight rate's at 4.25. What does this mean? I've got all kinds of information here for you. We can't draw specific conclusions, but the direction we're heading will be established here. So first of all, I've got some highlights from the RE/MAX Canada. They've got a market housing outlook for the fall that just came out in the last couple of days. So what are they saying? Steady fall market anticipated in majority of regions across Canadian housing market. Now, interestingly, they also said here specifically that while the average prices are likely to rise in most markets analyzed, there are some outliers where prices are anticipated to be flat or decline, and they've included Toronto, Hamilton, and Burlington in these areas. So RE/MAX Canada is not expecting the prices to go up. In fact, they might be flat or decline in our local markets for the fall. Now, if the Bank of Canada continues to lower rates as we're expecting, that could change. But at the moment, this is the current outlook from RE/MAX Canada. So some additional things to keep in mind here, which I thought were really interesting, is that approximately 16% of Canadians that were surveyed said they feel more comfortable engaging in real estate market once they see that there's more than 100 basis point cut to the Bank of Canada's lending rate. So far, they've lowered it 75 basis points. So that survey would indicate there's lots of buyers sitting on the sidelines that are waiting for one more rate cut, which is likely going to be in October. Here's a quote here from the president of RE/MAX Canada, Christopher Alexander. He said, "The fall market is usually a good early indicator for activity as we look ahead to early 2025. And we're headed toward more healthy territory. With interest rates starting to ease, buyers are beginning to come off the sidelines." So that's good. That's a good summary. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Here's a quote. This is from an RBC Economics report. Governor Macklem's opening statement for the press conference was again dovish, highlighting a shift in the central bank's focus to a gradually weakening economy, and for that to put further downward pressure on inflation. Bank of Canada reiterated it is reasonable to expect further cuts as long as those expectations are confirmed in the data. So again, it's always case by case, month by month, these decisions get made, but it's looking like more cuts are on the way based on the information at hand. What's happening in the RE/MAX Escarpment RE/MAX Niagara Appointment Centre? As September draws near, this is from last week's data, our appointment center saw a decrease of 8.9% in weekly appointments, likely due to clients preparing for back to school and end of summer. Surprisingly, our busiest day was Monday, with 472 total appointments booked that day alone. Mondays are emerging as a popular day to view homes in the summer, something that has been trending higher over the last 2 years, possibly a response to 3 days in the office or extending the weekend during the summer months. Overall, this month, our appointment center booked 12,445 appointments, representing a 17.2% decrease compared to August of 2023, a trend that we're going to be watching this fall as the gap narrows. The appointment to sold index increased slightly to 8.9, meaning that on average it's taking 8.9 showings to get a property sold. In addition, our solds were 290 and have far surpassed new listings by a 41% difference, which is quickly absorbing existing inventories. So what's happening in our local markets? We've got some specific data here for Burlington, Hamilton, Oakville. In the Burlington area, we've got 543 active listings, which is down a bit from a week ago. 139 sales in the past 30 days, which is on par actually with a week ago. 3.91 months worth of supply. So this is what our appointment center data was talking about. Supply is dwindling a bit. We've gone from 4.31 months to 4.15 to now 3.91 months of supply in the past few weeks in Burlington, putting our absorption rate at 49.82% based on the past month. So this is actually, now we're in balanced market territory. A week ago, we were still in buyer's market territory. In Burlington, it's looking to be a balanced market currently. Median days on market is 19, which is up 2, an average of 30, which is unchanged. We are seeing some pretty significant discounts in terms of the negotiations. The median sold price versus original list price ratio is 96.58%, indicating about a 3.5% discount on most successful trades. Month over month, we saw a 0.4% decline, and year over year, minus 1.5% in terms of prices. In the Hamilton area, we've got 1,885 active listings, which is down from last week. 379 sales in the past 30 days, which is also down. And our months of supply has increased slightly, went up to 4.97 months, almost 5 months of supply in Hamilton. As a result, we do have an absorption rate in the buyer's market territory, 42.92%. Median days on market unchanged at 23. Average days on market went up 1 to 35 days. We're seeing about 3% discounts on most successful transactions. Month over month, 0.5%. Small decrease in price. Year over year, minus 3.2%. In the Oakville area, 506 active listings, which is down a bit from last week. 108 sales in the past 30 days. 4.69 months worth of supply, which is pretty similar to where it was last week, but it's actually been coming down. The amount of supply has been coming down. If we go back about a month ago, it was 5.92 months. So the amount of supply in Oakville is on its way down. 44.26% on the absorption, which is a mild buyer's market. Median days on market 31, average of 36, and we're seeing about 4% off typically for successful transactions in Oakville. We did see a price change approximately minus 2.7% month over month and minus 7.7% year over year in Oakville. That's all I have for you today. Hope you learned a few things. If you have any questions, please reach out. Love to hear from my fans.